Okay, we are back with the last question from the last episode. What are some unwritten rules in the CrossFit gym? We were at
Number 5.
number 5. Let's see what you still have for us.
Yeah, just like we thought at the beginning of the last episode, it's going to be hard to stay in 15 minutes because besides these 10, there are more. This is just some that came to my
I
mind.
can tell you have 9 more also.
Yeah. So number 6, what I had was don't cheat your reps. Also known as rep shaving. If you never heard that word, is when somebody cuts their reps. So it goes without saying that we expect you to do all the reps. And I'm not talking about race brain. Race brain is when you're so tired and in pain, in the pain cave, that sometimes it happens, you forget to count. It happens.
Race brain?
Race brain, yeah.
What is a race?
Race, like a race, like racing.
Race brain.
Race brain. So you're so foggy because of the intensity that you can't think anymore. It happens. So I'm not talking about that. That's not, you don't do it on purpose. I'm talking on purpose, not doing your reps just because you want to be faster. You want to have a better score. You're next to that guy that you're always competing with and he's a little bit ahead and you think instead of 15 reps I'm going to stop at 10 because then I will catch up with them and I will do the rest of my reps correctly after. No, this is lack of integrity. If it's 10 reps, it's 10 reps. If it's 15 reps, it's 15 reps. It's not integrity, in my opinion. It's not something that ends at the walls of the gym. In my opinion, when you start cutting corners in the workout, that type of behavior will pass on also in the other things you do in life. If you cut corners in here in something so trivial, so nobody cares, it's just a workout, it's not even a competition. If you feel that this is important enough to cut corners, then on the important stuff, you'll be cutting corners as well. So in my opinion, coming to CrossFit, doing the Metcon, it's a daily practice in integrity. We've all been there, that you're thinking you're in so much pain and you're thinking, who's gonna know if I don't do these last 10 reps and I say I finished the workout right here? Nobody's gonna know. Well, sometimes the coach will know because we have enough experience to know that how fast your tempo is. I see you from day to day. I know where your fitness level is. I know what you can do because I've seen you so many times training from the outside. I know what you're capable of. So I know what a 21 reps looks for, how long that takes. I know what 15 reps, how long that takes. So we know. Just so you know, we know. If all of a sudden you're out of round 1 30 seconds before anybody else, I know your fitness level, I know if it's possible. What's going to happen then probably is I'm going to count all your reps in round 2 and I'm going to maybe come to the conclusion like, okay, you didn't do all the reps and it's a bit sad. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change my world, but it should change yours. It's a part of integrity. You should maybe think of that, I'm gonna skip the last 10 reps of that workout, but then convince yourself not to do it and still do those reps and be happy that you didn't give in to that little bitch voice in your head. I call it the little bitch voice, and we all hear it, but you shouldn't give in to it. The competitive part of CrossFit is a lot of fun, but the idea of any workout is mainly to make you fitter, stronger, healthier, and mentally tougher. That's why I say, in the big scheme of things, it doesn't change my world that you cut your reps, but it's not. I don't think it's good for the part where I said I also want to make you mentally tougher. It's a sign of mental weakness that you do that. So be the guy that you think you are when you stand in front of that mirror in the morning. Because we all think we're tougher than we are, but those are the moments to prove it to yourself. In my head, that voice is telling me to move on. Nobody's going to know, but I'm not going to do it. So in day-to-day training, I expect you to keep yourself honest. In the end, because of course, other members sometimes notice also and they will complain to us. But in the end, the coach is not your judge. We are here to keep you safe and to make you move better. You need to keep yourself honest. When it comes down to competition, there will be a judge next to you to count your reps. So sometimes things pop up then. If I see you on the leaderboard top 10 from day to day and I then see you in a competition, you're last, it says something to me.
They had a bad day.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's move forward.
So keep yourself honest, guys. Be kind to the new athlete in class. That's my number 7. We've all been the newbie at a certain point in this gym or in another. We all had to walk into the gym that first day at a certain point, and it's a little bit awkward. You don't know anybody. It can be a little bit of an intimidating moment. That first experience will stay with you. What I would hope from us as a community, because our coaches do it, but also I would want the members to do it more, is to help that first-time CrossFitter. It can make a very huge difference in their training experience on that first day or first weeks, and it can be a very powerful motivation for them to keep on coming back when they had a positive experience because people around them were friendly, open, and were helping them. You are the pro now. You've been around for 6 months, maybe even for years. You know where the rubber bands are to stretch. You know where the kettlebells are. You know how the classes move. If you see a new face, introduce yourself. Ask them if it's their first day. Share a squat rack with them. Answer a question if you see that they look a little bit lost after the explanation, because the tempo in classes and the explanation, and to move on in group, especially if you have full class, if you have a warm-up, a weightlifting part, a metcon, things need to run smooth, so that can be a bit overwhelming for the new person. So if you as an old member can help ease a little bit that process, it will make a huge difference for that person. Just imagine how you felt on your first day. Be the person you wished they were to you on that first day. Number 8, sensitive one, gym hygiene.
Pretty important.
It's important, and it's important, and it's a bit of sometimes a bit of not sometimes, it's always a bit of an awkward conversation when we actually have to address it face to face with somebody because you didn't notice, which is gym hygiene. So don't bring yesterday's workout back into today's class. We have all been there when you're warming up and everything feels fine, and then all of a sudden someone walks by and you get that wave of old sweat from the t-shirt or the smelly shoes because those gym clothes were in the car, in the bag, closed for the last 24 hours, and they were, between brackets, dried out, and they put them back on. CrossFit is intense, we sweat a lot, and that's completely normal. But what is not normally showing up with clothes and shoes that already smell before the workout started. Like a couple of guidelines that we would say is, if it smells before the workout, it's time to say goodbye to your favorite t-shirt. There are certain materials of t-shirts that no matter how many times you wash them, that smell ain't gonna go out. So just accept it. Just smell your clothes after they're washed. Is there still a smell in there? Like, it's not because it was washed that it's okay. So be aware of that, that it can happen. And also, gym shoes, they get smelly fast. They need care also. So what I would suggest is put them on your balcony. Take them out of your bag. Don't leave them in your bag. You put them on your balcony, air them out. Use sprays to, you have like special sprays for, fungus and germs and stuff. Maybe wash your insoles or put the full shoes in the wash machine, but don't leave them into your bag. Or even better, maybe have 2 pairs of shoes so you can alternate them. Because it's not only the t-shirt, sometimes it's just also the shoes. And an important one, when you come home, directly put your clothes into the washing machine. Don't put them into the basket so they can ferment there. I call it fermenting, like food ferments. So directly wash it. Don't let it stay there. Directly into the washing machine. So the unwritten rule is simple: arrive fresh. Don't arrive fermented. Number 9, a shorter one. Communicate. That's like a general thing. We're not mind readers. Communicate with whatever. You didn't sleep enough, tell me. I'm the coach. It will influence me how I will coach you today. If you didn't sleep tonight, not enough tonight, or the baby kept you up or whatever, it's not the moment for me to stand next to you in the last 5 minutes of the AMRAP and say faster, faster, push it, go unbroken. That would not be the moment. But if I don't know about it, I can't be reading your body language, or just tell me. It's easier for both of us. If you have an injury or small pain, talk to us in advance or in the beginning of the class. So during the warm-up, I have the time to think, what am I going to do with, in your case, to scale you or to change the exercise maybe completely. So some of our members do that. They wait all the way until the Metcon briefing to then tell me, yeah, but I can't do power cleans. Tell me before the warm-up. I then have about probably 30 minutes to think about it. What would be an approach? And maybe I will come in between the weightlifting or in between the warm-up to you, like with questions. How does this exercise feel? Or how does that exercise feel? And maybe we'll come to another conclusion than my first thought of what I would scale it to. So give me time. All workouts, they're scalable. So if you see a Metcon that scares you, because sometimes that happens, people see the workout because I post the Friday before for the entire week. They see a workout that somehow an exercise or the full thing intimidates them for some reason, and then decide not to train. Everything is scalable in CrossFit. There should never be a day that you don't come because something scares you. Tell me what it is that scares you about it so we can talk about it. Don't stay away from workouts because something looks intimidating. Maybe this is more applicable to fully new people that didn't experience a lot of scaling yet, and that we give other exercises, and that for every exercise there is a harder version and an easier version. But just speak up. Whatever it is, if you speak up, you help us to help you. We're not mind readers. The more info you give me, the better I can coach you. And then my last one, it's like a little bit of a general one that we also, maybe that I also experienced some things of people visiting us. So it's called visiting a new CrossFit gym when you're out of town. Within the country, out of the country, the same thing. I'm always encouraging people to check out other CrossFit gyms because it's a different space. People do things their own way, the programming, how they coach. It's always cool to see another space and to also to experience another coach coaching you. Maybe he'll come up with a different cue for your problems, because coaches amongst each other, we know that sometimes just saying it in a different way just clicks, although you have been trying to achieve that same thing with the way you said it for a long time. So it's good to expose yourself to other coaches, and maybe also to how they do things, or maybe they have a tip on the keeping pull-up or on the snatch that you haven't tried, that maybe you think, yeah, my gym, we don't do that like that. So don't be that guy that actually says that at my gym we don't do that. Be open to when you come into this new environment to just try it. It doesn't mean you need to keep it, but while you're there, try what they think works for people. Don't be stubborn. I'm always doing it like this. No, be open. And maybe what I should have started with, contact them in advance to book your spot. Don't just show up. It helps to keep things organized, to know a little bit, okay, my class is full, what type of workout is it, that they can ask you if you already have CrossFit experience, so they know, like, okay, this guy has CrossFit experience, he can just join a drop-in, to be sure that, okay, I'm not having a fully newbie just jumping into my class. Ask them if it's okay to drop the weights. You know that at our place it's not okay to drop the weights. Because of different reasons, because we don't want to upset our neighbors, but maybe there it's okay, or maybe there it's also not okay. I've been in Barcelona, my level 1, I think, and that gym was located under an apartment block, and they had many complaints, and many times the police at their door, so they have their music not so loud, and if they drop, it's on very special pads. So check in a bit what the culture is at that gym and the rules. And then the last thing, be supportive. Be supportive to the people in the class. obviously. Don't be the loner in the back, you're the guest. And then, of course, at the end, thank the coach that they let them into their second home as a drop-in. And that you had, I hope you will have had a good experience. And then when you come back, we always love to hear if you experienced anything cool in another gym. It can be on their processes, it can be on their, I don't know, on how they welcomed you, on how they did a certain exercise, on a community event that you saw them do. Anything that you think it's cool that we're not doing, you can always let us know. Doesn't mean automatically that we're going to do it, but the more ideas we hear, maybe something will click also for us.
Yeah.
How much time do we still have left?
I think it's enough.
Okay.
This is the time cap. This is the 15 minutes.
Okay.
Especially if you go some places and you see a certain programming that you like, come and tell us about it. Maybe we're gonna add it up to our schedule, or maybe
sense. Not. If it makes sense, yeah, there is a chance.
Yes, but true. I encourage also CrossFit traveling. This is how
CrossFit traveling. Yeah. I know that you try
tourism.
You try to do it, to jump in once if you're somewhere.
I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always go into a class. I never go to an open gym.
No. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Yeah, going to the class because open gym is just open gym. You're just training by yourself. But to experience what the culture of a certain gym is, you need to step into that class.
Exactly. Okay, so this is our end of this topic: the unwritten rules in a CrossFit gym. If you have any other to add, please write us in our email or in the comments. Subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast. Give us a 5-star review. It really helps grow the show. And listen, we need your question. Please keep sending them in, and we might gonna talk about them in the next episode. See you soon.